Today's episode of the Totally Rad Show is brought to you by Audible. Coming up, E3 is upon us, and today we preview what to expect from this year's gaming convention.
Rad Show.
Totally Rad Show, Totally Rad, Totally Rad Show, Totally Rad, Totally Rad Show, Totally Rad, Totally Rad Show, Totally Rad Show.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Totally Rad Show. We've got a big week chock full of E-thrizzles, as it were.
I'm so excited.
Today we're going to be giving you our E3 predictions show.
Yeah, this is
Preview show.
recorded
Preview show.
before we got to E3, but then the whole rest of the week,
All straight from the horse's mouth of E3.
tune in every day.
Every day we're going to have coverage from the show floor. It's going to be great times. Not only that, video game background. What's up? Derek Smith sent this in.
Yeah, it's a good theme for the whole week. It
is a good theme
This
for
is
the
one of
whole week.
our biggest weeks of the year. I mean, it is tons of great stuff.
Only maybe second or tied with
Comic-Con.
Comic-Con, which
Which-
by the way, we now know are having a live panel Friday, 8 p.m. at 24 ABC, I think it
Yes.
is.
So
It's gonna
if
be
you
big
have
times.
a Comic-Con badge on Friday, please come check us out. It's always a great time. This is our 5th year in a row having a panel.
It's really kind
So
of
it's
crazy.
going to be a big party. We always give away stuff, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So please, if you're going to be there on Friday, check us out at night.
It's going to be pretty intense. It's
a
gonna
lot
be
of
pretty
fun.
intense. And we'll all be doing other things there. It's going to be a big all week. And your play came out, right?
Yes, if you're in LA, give me a check out as well. I'm doing a play right now.
Literally.
Yeah. There's, as I said, it's an adult play, but it's very funny, very funny. There's some nudity. If you like seeing naked girls,
But
then
adult,
I highly recommend it.
it's rated R. It's
It is
not.
rated R.
It's not.
Yeah, no, it's not.
adult.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Probably bad.
Well,
it's not
you're
a word.
porn show.
Yeah.
No, yes,
Yeah.
it is. No. But please check it out. JeffCannata.com is where you find info on that, and I would love to see any TRS fans come because it impresses the other actors.
Cool. Ha. And we shall talk E3. Whoop.
Welcome to E3 week. We have a big, gigantic week of daily coverage from the show floor. Tune in tomorrow and all this week for our daily reports on what we're seeing. But today we're sitting here before the show has started, and it's all about what we think we're going to see, what we're hopeful for. I'm sure you guys are tuning into all the great press conference and stuff today. We're going to be talking about that tomorrow. But I want to take the pulse of what we're looking for. We do this every year, our E3 predictions and hopes. I mean, this is a big year. We've got Nintendo coming in full force with the Wii U.
That is
3DS.
very top on 3DS. Man. The Wii
excited about 3DS
Wii U, very excited because what we saw were basically technical demonstrations last year.
Right.
We saw, this is what you could do. None of these are going to be games.
Right.
But this is what you could do.
Right.
And then some video of like,
And we
see
didn't
these-
see any of the, at least hands-on, we didn't see any of the next-gen graphic stuff.
There was like a
little bit, yeah.
There was a
There's a
video
video
that
of-
ran.
yeah.
So what do you-
So that for me that's top of my list as far because, well, that is the top of my hopes for this is new hardware. Are we going to see a new Xbox from Microsoft? Are we going to see a new PS3 from
That's
Sony?
what I'm hoping for.
I know, that's what I'm
No?
hoping for.
Why?
It's not going to happen.
Why would it not happen?
Yeah.
We got Halo 4
Yeah.
from Microsoft.
Yeah.
Is going to be front and center. That's closing the show. Ladies and gentlemen, dropping the mic. Halo 4. That's, I think, where they're... Square. They don't want to take anything off
that
of
was,
Bethesda.
that was last year.
Yeah,
that was the...
No,
Hey, that was
this
last
is
year.
gameplay. We have not seen any bit of the campaign.
be an awesome
343
commercial for it,
has
too.
to prove themselves. They're inheriting this franchise from
Yep.
Bungie. There's a lot of money on the table here, and it's just we're just not.
No, but what I was going to say was in the year that we had the Kinect thing, there was also that Kinect wasn't drop the mic. There was a drop the mic after that with probably Halo ODST or something.
I don't think that you guys.
So they can-
I would
I'm
love if
saying-
they're like, hey, by the way, there's a new Xbox coming soon. I think that would be awesome, but I don't think it's going to happen. But let's not before we get off the Wii U. I know you guys are a little skeptical on it. right?
well, I
just
mean-
because it feels a little like the Wii was a little aged and sort of gimmicky.
No.
Am I putting words in your mouth?
Yeah, I enjoyed it much more than that. But again, I needed, the proof is in the pudding.
So what's the pudding that you need?
A game that does the stuff that we were playing. When we did hands-on with the Wii U was when I went, oh, this is really fun. I have this, I'm doing something, and you guys are trying to do something against my thing that's a totally different game.
Yeah.
We're basically playing two different games co-op repetitively.
Right,
You
but
know what I mean?
what we saw was sort of mini games, and I think that would be disappointing for all of us.
Right, but the whole point is now show me the application of this into actual next-gen Wii games.
I think we're going to see Mario. I think we're going to see a Wii U, made for Wii U Mario that's going to be a launch title. I have basing this on nothing other than speculation.
Yeah.
but
That would sound right.
I think
Sounds right.
I think launching the Wii without a Mario
Yeah,
was
it's
not
weird.
a smart thing, and I think that they understand that, and we need to have Mario at launch.
What about okay?
So what kind of
Mario.
a Mario
yeah, but
do
next
you
gen,
want?
I mean, I still
What
don't
kind of
think
Mario would like make this thing?
That I don't know.
The problem
No
is,
idea.
the problem is the Mario that they're going to give me to make this thing is not the game that's going to make that thing. Because what they'll give me is, you go like this, and maybe he's behind your couch, and you shake it. Now, oh, a coin drop. Now I get to go back to my game. It's like that.
Maybe.
Well,
yeah, that's
that might be
horrible.
cool.
The jump
Not for me.
from 2D to Super 64 Mario 64. What could be the next? What's possibly?
Well, I think
the
Galaxy
next?
was absolutely incredible and
yeah.
made the Wii seem amazing to me. I mean, I love
But the Wii wasn't a part of that. It was the game's concept, like the
Right, but
control. That could have been with this, and it would have been just as
No,
amazing.
Way
you know?
better is that what would
Yeah,
have
I
been
know,
mine.
I know. But like, so what's the next flippity do on how to
I mean,
break
that's
our
the
brains?
question. But
mean, that's-
beyond Mario, I mean, is there another Mario or another a Nintendo franchise that you want to
Just
see on a Wii U?
a next gen, a Skyrim version of
So you're-
Zelda. You know, like.
Well, we're not going to see Zelda.
Yeah.
They may
That's-
show some sort of
that's-
tech demo for
that's
Zelda.
the
Zelda's
answer.
years away.
Yeah.
But I think, I mean, would you be excited with a Metroid?
Donkey Kong Country.
Would you be excited for Donkey Kong? Would you be excited
Yeah,
for
if
a,
it
I'd be excited for a Metroid.
where you
if-
scan stuff? I mean, that's what you're going to
No,
get. You're going to
no,
get
I
scan
I don't
stuff.
want scan
shit.
stuff in the real world. I want to play the thing and then all of a sudden get locked in, and now it's like I got to do something here, or
You don't
or
think it would be
this is
cool to
my-
have Samus's like data pad here, and you're playing, and then you go and you scan stuff like Metroid Prime style, and then
on the
sounds
TV like
horrible.
this? No,
yeah,
that's no.
you
I
look
don't
through
want
this
none
and you
of that.
see something different, or you're aiming and you see a different view because she's got a different visor on your.
This
thing.
is
I think
not
that's
how I
kinda
want to
rad.
play this game
Alright.
at all.
Let's
We
move
spent
on.
all this money on our amazing TV sets, and now we're gonna,
Yeah.
I think it could be cool. We'll
I like
see.
the idea of this being your inventory screen, or this being like
There's something
fast switching and
iPad-ish
stuff,
about
like
it.
using because isn't
Something
there a
iPad-ish
touch? It's a
about it.
one. It's one.
yeah.
It's a one input touch, right?
Yeah. I mean, but that
But
can all
it's still there.
change.
No,
we
but
don't,
I
we don't
mean,
know.
yeah, that's true.
They've been radio silent
That's true.
for a year, so.
We don't know.
I don't know Nintendo. I don't know.
I don't know.
I know you guys are skeptical, but
Nintendo
This
is
is the
really
best
excited.
press conference, though. I love
Nintendo
their
is
press
the
conference. There's good
lowest
music.
on my rung of.
I know.
I barely turn on my PS3. I never turn on my Wii. I mean,
It's
it's just
you're
it's
not
just-
wrong.
Yeah.
Speaking of PS3, though, Sony has got a big year ahead of them. I mean, I think their flagship is really a new IP, which is pretty amazing to think that the thing they're going to be showing, I think, to grandstanding, resting their whole press conference on, to a certain extent.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be a
Drop
new.
the mic. Last of Us, right? The new Naughty Dog, Last of Us.
Yeah.
Looks awesome. I'm
Yeah.
really excited to get
Yeah.
hands on with that. I know we have an appointment for an unannounced AAA title, so that's exciting. There's going to be at
But
least
you know
one
there's
new
gonna
thing.
be, there's going to be a new Gears of War
got-
or a God of War. We haven't seen one in a while.
Well, they've already shown that it's called
The multiplayer one.
yes.
No, that one got canceled. Exodus or
No.
whatever.
No,
Exile.
it's
Yeah, they
that's the
showed
one
it.
that they're going to be
Yeah.
showing. It's the multiplayer one. There's also that battle royale game, which is sort of Super Smash Brothers with PlayStation's
yeah,
characters.
yeah.
So that's exciting. What other stuff? Vita, I think, is going to be front and center. I know you guys are not Vita
there-
fans.
is
Not
there-
Vita fans. No, Sly Cooper. They announced it,
Yeah.
showed some stuff. Maybe we get some hands on with
What
that.
about, is there, dare I ask, Last Guardian?
That's a very good
That's
question.
right, he left.
He did.
Vita left.
It's a very good question. It may be that is a big question mark we don't know
Yeah.
about. Is there other things that? Is there something that they could show Vita-wise that would get you guys excited about a Vita?
I'm already I'm bummed that there's a game, Gravity. Is it
Gravity Rush.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wish I could play that.
You can.
I don't know.
It only costs you $400.
Yeah, right. That's the problem with any of these portables.
Anything I see
is,
on Vita, I'll
is the
go, I wish it came
iPad,
out
is
for
the
an
iPad
iPad,
and the
yeah.
iPhone are leaps and bounds above what we used to be able to be forced to do on handhelds.
Yeah.
That now
The Vita, man, it's nice.
it is, and we played. We looked at stuff, and it definitely is. It looks nice, and it's designed for that. So one thing I think that has way over top of the iPad and the iPhone is it's designed to be a gaming system. So you don't have to. Although there were a little there were some issues.
I think the killer app for Vita for me is this idea of what they're calling transferring. This take one save game that works on your PS3 and your Vita.
Yeah.
And the idea of going back and forth, and I can play some at home, and I can play some on the go, and I can play some at home.
I mean,
that doesn't do it. That doesn't flip your screw.
I feel like that's something that we saw that was promised from the Dreamcast days.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Well, the VMU is not that.
That's what
that
was
what it was
after.
going to be. Was you
Yeah,
could
you
have
take it over to a friend's
information.
house.
This is the same game. This is the PS3 version and the Vita
Yeah.
version are almost indistinguishable.
I guess for me, there's no game that has come out on a console that I've felt like so strong a desire to continue playing.
What if Diablo? I'm not saying that's going to happen. What if Diablo or a game that you were as addicted to as that, and you're like, oh, I could go and I could keep it.
It would have to be on my phone. If it was on my phone, I'm in.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But I'm not going to carry that thing around. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't buy
Like,
a Vita for it, but that's not really the question. People own Vitas. What's exciting for it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
You guys are such negative Nancy's.
No.
Just all right. I'm just.
I don't have one, so it's like
Yeah.
if it's going to blow my skirt up for $500, it's got to blow my skirt up.
We can stop by Microsoft again. I think that Microsoft is going to be focusing a lot on extendability of your Xbox as far as Amazon, as far as
the UFC stuff they talked about
yeah.
last year
I
hasn't
enjoy
been out
all
yet.
that. Like I actually like that as much as the game announcements. I like the new
Yeah, the new design.
new
Like I wanted to.
availabilities
Yeah.
of, HBO got
Yeah.
I
think
wish-
there's going to be a big focus on that this
Or
year.
like I wonder if they'll even. I wonder if a merger of like TV broadcast.
Well, but they did that.
on
They have
there.
because you can use the Xbox as an extender for the AT&T Uverse. So you can. I have AT&T Uverse, so it can be a box that I can play my DVR stuff from. I can do my. You know what I mean?
So it's cool that you guys are excited about that because
Yeah.
I think that a lot of people give them flack for not focusing more on games, but I think we're going to see a lot of Kinect stuff, and I think we're going to see a lot of that kind of
I'll
stuff.
tell you what I think for Kinect.
I
think
still haven't seen that Kinect game.
When we announced,
blows my mind.
No, not
Although
game-wise.
Mass Effect 3 was
when we
really-
announced the Wii Plus, I think we're going to see a Kinect device that is like the Plus version of it, where
Oh.
it makes it even more one-to-one.
It may very
like
well be a
something that you
software
upgrade in the
upgrade.
back of your room that like
just saw this
bounces,
thing.
yeah.
It begins
you
with
know.
an L. I can't remember, but it's gestures with your fingers. Is that what it's
Leap
called?
for the computer.
Yeah.
It looks really cool. So let's talk about third parties a little bit
Yeah.
because there's going to be a ton of games. I want to know what you guys are most excited about. Assassin's Creed 3 looks really
I
strong.
definitely want to
I'm
see
excited
that.
for Assassin's Creed.
I know you're all excited about Tomb Raider, right?
It's funny you ask that. I was just watching the trailer, the gameplay footage this
Yeah.
morning, which maybe now there's already different things.
Probably.
And I actually am into it. I was nervous that it was going to be it was just calling it a survival horror thing, and it's going to be very Resident Evil. And it doesn't seem that way. It seems a little bit like a merger of Tomb Raider / Uncharted. I mean, I hate people comparing to Uncharted because Tomb Raider was kind of doing that before Uncharted. Uncharted brought a more cinematic quality to it that
Sure.
the Tomb Raider is sort of borrowing. But it looks a little bit like Last of Us, and like
Yeah.
she's got a bow and arrow, and it looks like ammo is going to be sparse, but it still has traversal.
awesome.
Like, yeah, so I'm actually pretty into it.
Yeah.
It is not Resident Evil. I thought it was going to be like Resident Evil 5.
Well, Resident Evil 6 will be there.
Well, let me
see
ask
that.
you guys this.
Interesting.
Let me ask you guys this. Do you have any of the Halo fatigue?
I do, yeah, for sure.
I think this Halo is going to bring it in a new way. I think 343 has something to prove.
They definitely do.
And I
because
think-
3,
I think
I
this
was
is gonna
like, that was
look-
fun, but I'm
it's going
sort
to
of done
look
with.
better.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be like, oh my god, I didn't know the Xbox could do
is
that.
there any chance it's third
Interesting.
person?
No.
No.
Because that would blow people's minds.
Yeah, that would be a huge
They would
misstep.
hate. They would. People, but maybe they would hate it, and then they would.
And we
love
got a
it
new
later.
Gears of War thing,
Yeah.
which everybody thinks might be a prequel. I'm sure by the
Yeah.
time you guys are seeing this, you probably know more than we do.
Yeah.
What about other third-party stuff? Are there other games on your
I would
radar
like to
that you're
see
excited
if
about?
maybe, I mean, BioWare doesn't do it because, or not BioWare. Although BioWare, I'd like to see some of whatever their next version of SWTOR, their big
They're showing
expansion
that.
is going to be.
They're showing that,
That'll
yeah.
be fun to see, just
Yeah.
to take a peek at. But I was going to say, Blizzard doesn't usually show up to E3 very big because I would love to see what the DLC stuff is going to be for Diablo 3.
Yeah, that's BlizzCon. Or actually, there's no BlizzCon this year, I think. Anyway, but there's a lot of other things. Call of Duty, obviously, we've already kind of seen.
You know
We
what?
can't talk about yet, I don't think.
The things that we
Oh.
saw at PAX, Guild Wars 2,
Guild Wars 2.
WildStar.
WildStar, yeah.
I mean, I want to see how long
Yeah.
that process is for
Firefall.
those. Firefall was good, which I think is coming out soon.
Yeah, maybe.
So there's a lot of those games that are sort of like games
Smaller
that we check
games.
in that we're like, oh my
Yeah.
god, this is so great.
Oh,
think-
I think the game.
Dishonored.
That's exactly what I was
Which
just about
one?
to bring
Yeah.
up. As I say, the game that I'm most excited about, Dishonored, that new IP. It's the sort of steampunky alternate history, killing Nazis.
don't know.
But it looks really cool. I think that might be the sort of game that everybody leaves talking about because it's something fresh, it's something new.
Is there any chance of a mind-blowing announcement of Mirror's Edge 2?
Boy, we can. A guy
Maybe.
can dream.
Yeah.
Right? A guy can dream. Or what about Beyond Good and Evil 2,
Yeah,
which
I don't
they
think-
keep teasing us.
Oh, but there might. But
It could be anything. Now it could be
Well,
anything.
we are going to be covering this all week. We got a lot of really fun stuff coming. And if you want to check out other stuff, youtube.com/revision3games, or excuse me, Rev3games, youtube.com/Rev3games. We'll be there, all our content and other stuff from Revision 3. But you can always check back on our channel as well. Like I said,
Oh,
this is a
GTA
big
5?
week. Oh, GTA 5.
GTA 5 definitely.
I think there will be a trailer for that at one of the press
I
conferences.
think
I'm
Sony,
thinking
that
it's
could
gonna
be a drop the mic.
I think it might be
Maybe
Microsoft.
Xbox. Wow.
Because they had that whole deal with the DLC for the last one. And
Yeah.
I think there's like some
Yeah.
cash transaction
yeah,
happening.
Oh well,
But
that's
yeah,
how
GTA
Microsoft
5
does it.
could
boy.
be big.
Elder Scrolls MMO?
Yeah,
That's gonna be there. We'll be seeing it.
yeah, I want to see that. Cool.
All right, lots
Let's
more.
find out. Fingers crossed. All right, everybody, be sure to stick around. We're going to be answering one of your questions right after this. Sentient via Twitter.
I love it when you go all
First, we want to
Full
accented.
Irish.
We want to thank our
Never go full
sponsors.
Irish.
Who? Jeffrey?
Well, our sponsors, Audible.com.
Yeah, I definitely was nowhere near Irish.
Audible.com. Audible.com, of course, the leading provider of audiobooks. And audiobooks are your friend. Why are they your friend? Let me tell you. They are a way for you to be able to read and do other things. I happen to be a huge fan of multitasking.
Right.
I think multitasking is the way of the future and the
Yes.
present. And reading, unfortunately, goes by the wayside too often in this breakneck
Future,
world.
present world.
Yes. But Audible.com has over 100,000 titles. They have almost every conceivable book that you could possibly want that's new, that's classic. It's awesome. You can put them on your MP3 player of any variety, iPod, iPhone, what have you, and you can choose from any genre, and you can get a free book because we're hooking you up. Go to audiblepodcast.com/totallyrad. I highly recommend it.
Nice.
It's fantastic. They have some great readers. Just get a book. Try it for free. Why are you not doing it? Do it.
Hey, get a book.
Hey, get a book.
audiblepodcast.com/totallyrad. Type it right now. I know you're near your computer. Just type it.
Typing it.
Be sure to check us out tomorrow for more E3 coverage.
Today's Twitter question sent to us with the hashtag TRSQ from @AndrewRisk is, if you had to move out of the USA, which country would you choose to move to?
Oh man, there's
is
so
tough.
many great.
Yeah.
And I've been to, sadly, too few countries to even make this an educated thing. But of the countries I've been to,
Yeah.
London.
Yeah.
I would move to London. They speak my language, which is a big help right away.
definitely.
But there are a lot of places that I've never been to that I assume would be amazing.
I most want to
yeah.
go to Asia, but I also would like to go to live in England because I think it's different enough to be exciting, but same enough to be comfortable.
Yeah, I don't think I could live
Interesting.
anywhere in England. I think it would have to be the big city.
Yeah.
I see.
that's
don't
where
know.
I
I
would be
feel like
most
there's something
excited.
about
New Brunswick or
Rural,
whatever it is.
Yeah.
Rural countryside.
Yeah, I probably would do Paris.
Yeah, it's pretty
Because
great.
one, when you move into a place that doesn't speak your language, the upside to not speak
You
your
learn.
language is within 3 years you're basically fluent in French.
That's awesome,
Which
too.
would be awesome.
Let's do it.
But then also it's a hop, skip, and a jump to London. It's a hop, skip, and I mean, anywhere in Europe is sort of a hop, skip, and a jump to the other place in Europe. You know what I mean?
Right.
Right, Europeans?
Right, Europeans? Basically, it's like you can drive from, like I'm driving to Vegas on Friday, and that would be like me driving from Paris to
Vegas.
Vegas. Well, you know,
Paris and
driving-
Vegas
Yeah, from Paris,
to
Paris,
Paris.
Texas, from Paris, Texas to Vegas.
The Paris resort in
We're
Vegas.
talking about the Paris resort in Vegas. Right? That's where
That's
I'm
where you
moving.
wanted to go to.
I'm moving there. And they all speak
And you wanted to
French.
go to London restaurant, right? Just
Yeah.
right here in Beverly Hills.
Yes.
Okay. That's what I was talking about.
Thank you.